Lots of football.
Hey guys, and welcome back for another video. Today we are going to talk about my team for game week 36, double game week 36. But before we start, let's have a look on my game week 35. My team was in the best. Salah was my captain, got 20 points from him, around half of my points from Salah. I scored 42 points last game week. It was a very frustrating game week. Still got an own goal and conceded 5 goals as well. Shaw lost his clean sheet due to a very poor error from De Gea, and Bruno should have got about 3 assists last game week. 2 of his 5 chances created hit the post. Unfortunately, only 2 points for Bruno Fernandes. In addition to Marsh injury, he was benched, and even if when he substituted, he was injured. Looks like the hamstring injury. Unfortunately, it's another issue for my team for this game week. As I mentioned in my Saturday review, depending on my eye test and stats, Erling Haaland was so unlucky. He nearly got 3 big chances for scoring. I think with 6 shots inside the box, at least he should score 1 or 2 goals. Unfortunately, he blanked, as most of my team and most of our FPL assets for this game week. So poor game week, so frustrating, and hope we can do better in this game week. I think Marsh injury will lead us to another point, which is the best replacement for Marsh. Many people are boasting that they are getting MacAllister for him, as I think it's not the obvious replacement and not that easy decision for me. Mitoma is the obvious replacement for Marsh in case you don't have Mitoma. Mitoma is a huge threat for Brighton, and don't fancy the deep position of MacAllister recently, and even last game week he scored. It was much lucky that the ball touched him, and it was a goal. The game before against Man United was a late penalty in the final minute. I think it's all about luck. That luck won't be consistent for MacAllister. In addition that both of Brighton games in this double game week are against Newcastle United and Arsenal. Both are away games. I think it's much overrated double game week for Brighton assets this game week. Personally, I expect Brighton to rotate against Southampton at home, 37. For fixtures in only 2 weeks for Brighton, it will be so exhausting. Brighton players' fitness will be a big issue for these 2 weeks. So expecting at least a big and heavy rotation in maybe Southampton at home, game week 37, which is the fixture we are targeting, the easiest fixture of the 4 game weeks, expecting 3 starts or maybe 2 for Mac or Mitoma for these 4 game weeks. So basically, I suggest if you don't own Mitoma, get him for March. If you don't own MacAllister, is not essential and not obvious. It can easily go without MacAllister for this double game week. But what is my best replacement in case you have Mitoma? I think we have some players with single game week that can easily outscore players with double game weeks. I suggest and I'd recommend Martinelli or Odegaard from Arsenal. Arsenal have 3 favorable fixtures for the final 3 game weeks of the season. No double game weeks, but still 3 game weeks can easily score more points and more goals than Brighton for this double game week. Against Brighton at home and against Wolves at home. In 37 they are facing Nottingham Forest. 3 good fixtures, and between Martinelli or Odegaard, slightly preferring Martinelli for his more goal threat and more assisting potential. Odegaard seems to be sometimes maybe lucky, but anyway, both of them are good differential and good replacement for March. Second option maybe Zaha. Zaha is back and fit and playing 3 fixtures, the easiest 3 fixtures ever, against Bournemouth, Fulham and Nottingham Forest. So good fixtures. My only concern about Zaha is that they have nothing to fight for, but still 3 good fixtures and can do some damage for it. My last option, which is I highly consider it, rolling my free transfer for this game week and getting a Man City midfielder for game week 37, maybe Grealish, maybe Mahrez. I think with an extra week of information that will let us know more about which players predicted to play both games in 37, about the expected minutes, about injury news. I have no problem to bench Marsh for his game week for Botman or Luke Shaw. Both of them has 2 good fixtures, expecting both of them to get at least 1 clean sheet. The second problem for this game week is Isak or Wilson. Which one to get, which one to captain? Is it worth getting both of them? It was obvious last game week against Arsenal that Isak is the preferred and first option regarding the expected minutes. Wilson can get more points and outscore Isak in only 45 minutes, as we say, against Southampton. I'm a little bit confused about which one to get and which one will get more points for this game week. It's a pretty tricky decision. I think expecting both of them to start against Leeds and one of them to play against Brighton, but I think against Leicester City in game week 37 it's a better fixture. Playing at home against this leaky defense will be a very important fixture for me. Newcastle forward can outscore his points in 36. If we got the right forward for this game week, there is no need to predict which one will start for Leeds game, as we mostly will get some leaks. If you own Isak, keep him. If you own Wilson, keep him. But if you don't have any of them, I think Isak will be a better for expected minutes. But still, don't make any transfer till we got early team news which one will start or both are starting. I think both are starting. In this case, Wilson will be a better. The last problem for this game week is captaincy. Which one to captain? I think we have only 4 captain options for this game week. First one is Newcastle forward Wilson or Isak, depending on your forward and depending on the early team news pre-deadline, who will start as a center forward, who is centrally, and both of them are starting or not. So this is the first option. Second option will be Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland still has a very good fixture. It's pretty single game week, but still very good option, and playing against Everton not good defensively at all. Third option will be Mo Salah against Leicester City, another leaky team. Salah in a good form, and last game week he has 3 shoots and 3 chances created, still in a good form, and Liverpool are fighting for the UEFA Champions League. Last option will be Mitoma against Newcastle United and Arsenal. Both are away games, but Mitoma is the most dangerous midfielder from Brighton. This is my current team. I have no idea what to do with Marsh. Mostly I may keep him on bench, starting players like Shaw and Botman ahead of him. Anyway, not expecting him to be back for this game week. Even for 37, not expecting him to feature in this game week. I may roll free transfer to get more information and to be ready for any surprises regarding Newcastle guys pre-deadline. And regarding my captain, still not decided yet. You can help me in comment section which one to captain, which will be my transfer, and be alert and keep notifications active for all videos to know my final team selection video when I post it, or may post it late this game week. So thanks guys for watching, and leave a like and subscribe if you find it helpful, and your comments are welcome.